Here.
What's up?
Those were the other ones you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Los, what's good? What's good?
This the logo right here, baby.
I see it. We live, man. We live.
I know. I did it on purpose. Messing with the people, man. What's going on? Talk to me nice, man. Yo, well, we want to first and foremost welcome y'all to Look in the Mirror's live active talk show. I'm with the amazing Kwesi. I'm just blessed to have this brother in my life. He's just an amazing spirit. He owns his own juice company. I mean, he's a forex stock trader. I don't know what this man doesn't do, but what I will say is I am blessed to have a friend like him. Quays, talk to me.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, glad to be a part of the movement. Like I said, Quay Price here once again. IT by day, forex stock trader by night, juice company owner, Two Sons Juice Company. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the plug in there real quick.
Shout out to our sponsors.
For sure. Sponsor, twosonsjuicecompany.com. So yeah, like I said, just happy to be a part of the movement, happy to get into these topics. Like I said, I was glad to link up with you, brother, to tackle these topics and just kind of get the people talking and address the community as needed.
All right.
So yeah, give us a little blurb about yourself, sir.
Well, my name is King Jaquel Martin. I'm the other host today. I am a director, actor, author, activist. I love my people. I know we got to love each other a lot better, but guess what? It just starts with one person. And then we just continue passing that love on and it becomes a chain reaction. So that's what this show is all about. It's open, it's raw, it's real. We want the truth. We definitely want the ladies' opinion because you guys are the reason why the earth is so amazing, because without you, we wouldn't be here. So we want to shout out to all the women that join our show that have an amazing opinion. You're more than welcome to join our panel. And we just want to have some fun. Let's get it.
All right, let's get it, man. So like I said, I know we touching on the topic. So today's topic is there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we got some hot items coming on. So class said, take us into it, man. What you seeing out here?
Man, the beautiful thing is, Quay,
what's up
about this show is the world gives us the content.
For sure.
And so while I was out there in the streets in the world on the internet, I saw this disturbing thing that bothered me.
Okay.
And what it was the Navy SEAL were actually training dogs on how to capture a person, right? And that's the normal, no problem, because you have attack dogs, right? My problem is that the young man was specifically wearing a Colin Kaepernick jersey.
So hold on, let me appeal to that real quick, Los. I want people to know what you're talking about. So bear with me. I want to get that up because I want folks to know what we're talking about with this. So you guys, here's the video that Los is referring to. So we got a Navy SEAL here with a Colin Kaepernick jersey on. The dogs are, of course, being sicked on the SEAL, ripping at the SEAL. And this is the type of thing that we're seeing in today, in this day and age, in the climate that we're in. Just looking at this, like I said, it looks kind of deliberate to me, because I said there's no reason for the SEAL to have on a Kaepernick jersey. But I think they're trying to send a message. So I just want you guys to get a little context of what we are talking about.
Well, out of all the players that's ever played in the NFL,
right,
the one player's jersey you decide to wear is Colin Kaepernick's. Right. I wonder why. And if anybody else has an opinion that would love to debate or just have a positive controversy on this topic, please chime in. Please tune in. But I don't want to say this is the first time that this has been done. I think this is the first time that we see that it's been specifically targeted on one person, which is an amazing man in Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
And the reason why I say this is not the first time that this has been done was because throughout our history, which we always talk about, is the slave patrol. We talk about the slave patrols. We talk about the Ku Klux Klan uh, hunting down slaves or hunting down black people and using dogs to sniff them out. So this is part of America's lineage. So this isn't nothing new. It's just being captured in the reality of COVID, where everyone has to sit home and deal with the reality of what's being shown to them. That way it can't be denied anymore. And that's the crazy thing about COVID in 2020. Even though it sucks to be in the house, the beautiful thing about being in the house is you can no longer deny what you're seeing. You can no
True.
longer act like you don't know or be appalled, or when black people are saying, or minorities or any race is saying something, now you can see that reality of the truth for yourself, because maybe you have grown up privileged. Maybe you did have a blind eye. Maybe you didn't know. Well, guess what? That veil has been removed and now you can see.
True.
Thoughts,
True.
Tracy?
Yeah, no, man. It's like I said, this has been going on, man. Like I said, you made a good point, man, about COVID. COVID has, I know some people have referred to it as a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Okay.
Man, COVID has been a huge blessing, man. And one, like I said, it's caused us to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
we keep our lives full of so many distractions, man. And it just kind of, takes away from all of the energy we could be using to positive things. And then two, like you said, it's caused us to be able to see a lot of these things visually, right? So,
Right.
we're very close to social media right now. We're, very close to the news, and we're just absorbing these things and seeing them. And I mean, for me, I say put it all out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see it all, because I said I don't like surprises, man. I'd rather know, somebody's a snake versus me finding out the hard way. Or I'd rather know, somebody, has ill intentions, instead of me finding out the hard way.
Okay.
So I said, I welcome the videos, man, because I like to know what's really going on with folks. You know what I'm saying? Folks go around smiling at people, but at the end of the day, they don't have your best intentions at heart.
Okay.
And like I said, these videos are just another reflection or visual representation of that.
Okay.
But yeah, man, this is nothing new. Like I said, we've seen this type of stuff before.
Okay.
And like I said, I think it's just all coming to the light right now, man. And like I said, you package all of that with COVID, and I mean, we getting saturated with it right now, man. No question.
I think it's actually a beautiful recipe. I think it's a beautiful recipe to get back in the garden and pull all the weeds out of America's garden. I think it's a beautiful recipe where we have to sit with this now. We had to sit with 8 minutes and 46 seconds. But do me a favor. I want you to play that again, because we might have some people coming in. And while this is playing, I want to ask you guys one question while we watch this video.
All right. So let me run that back one more time.
Mind you, the military is out here to protect us from foreign and domestic. Do you see any Black Navy SEALs out there at this time?
Not at all.
Okay. My question to you again, the military is designed to protect America. Is that not correct? From foreign and domestic. So the flag, which the military claims that it fights for, is for freedom, liberty, and justice for all. In that freedom, in that video, where do you see the representation of freedom, liberty, and justice for all? Whose freedom? Whose liberty? Whose justice? Why would you wear a Colin Kaepernick's jersey, African American? Even if he is mixed, it doesn't matter. Because some people say, oh, he's mixed. They'll try to play the mixed card or whatever else. Why would you wear a man's jersey doing that type of training purposely, when your job is to protect the country from foreign and domestic? Should we view you as a traitor of America because you're not doing your job? The military, not just someone in their backyard, Kwesi.
Right.
But we're talking about the military. Now, to me, well, a lot of our viewers don't know, I served in the military. And I find it disgusting. I find it super disrespectful to every single black soldier that has put their, or excuse me, minority that has put their life on the line for this country. Because I don't know one war that America has won without us. Our blood, our sweat, our tears. And this is the thanks we get. Now I understand how the Tuskegee Airmen felt, the Buffalo Soldiers, every single military black soldier that went across to foreign and domestic lands that came home to nothing. I understand how they feel because this is the thanks that we get. We are training attack dogs to attack a black man's jersey who stood up for just equality. Not to say he's better than you, not to say that you guys are worthless, not for revenge, but just to say, hey, I matter.
Right. That's real, man. But let's sit down. You know, that raises another question. And Los, you might have to make sure you share this out to your page, man.
I just did already. I shared it.
Okay, good. That raises another question, man. Because I mean, of course, there's a lot of questions now around law enforcement, which we know, you know, the origins of law enforcement.
Okay.
I said venturing into the military. Should the public at large, especially the black community, should they trust law enforcement and the military? What you think about that, man? Should they? Uh-oh, did I lose you? I think you paused on us for a minute, man. Hold tight, everybody. I think we might be having a technical difficulty. Give me 1 second.
Sorry about that little technical difficulty.
No, we good, man. I was about to call the law enforcement, man.
No, you're good. Can you? Well, I was sharing that, and I was allowing our viewers to know that we're live streaming right now, and they can join us in our live interactive talk show.
Okay, no doubt. Let me I see got somebody down in the comments. Just want to say what's up to Tammy Gordon. How you doing? Thanks for
Welcome,
joining.
Tammy. Please feel free to comment on the topic of There's a Difference.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Chris, you want to update her on what we're talking about?
Say that again.
Would you like to update her on what we're talking about, just in case?
Yeah. So we're just kind of talking about the fact that there is a difference, right? So we're seeing a difference in kind of what's going on, what's allowed, who's allowed to do what, what the outcome is of those actions. So yeah, we're just focusing on the differences of what's the difference tonight. And we also have it displayed on the screen as well.
So there's a video that we played with Colin Kaepernick, soldier wearing Colin Kaepernick's jersey, while the Navy SEALs basically were doing training with attack dogs, and they were attacking the man in the Colin Kaepernick jersey. And there's a difference, because I don't think you would ever see them wearing a shirt that had Trump on the back. I don't think you would ever see them with a shirt that had Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. What's some other great quarterbacks? Joe Montana.
Yeah, Joe Montana. Eli Manning.
There's so many of them out there. Drew Brees,
Right.
who just basically came out and apologized about the flag situation to his teammates because he said he didn't understand and excused his ignorance. Yet we have all these videos, and I respect it, no problem. I appreciate you just being man enough to be able to apologize, Drew. I don't think we would ever see this happen with a Drew Brees on the back of someone's shirt. Right. Why is this happening in America? Why is it deliberately happening? And why is it almost gaslighting? You're gaslighting people's emotions doing things like this for an agenda. So what do we do with that? How does it affect you? And what are your opinions about it just as well?
But you know what, man, this is the thing, man. I've been struggling trying to understand what was the real beef with Colin Kaepernick and what he did, right? So, I understand, the brother took a knee. I know his message was all twisted up. So there was all types of narratives created around his message. I mean, his message really was about the brutality, man, and the unfairness, man. And I know it got twisted into he's disrespecting the military and all this other nonsense. And I'm like, that's not even what the brother was doing. You know, wasn't even
Facts.
his intentions. But I'm like, okay, you know, I understand how we twist narratives to, you know, pretty much kill character. So I'm fully aware of that.
And double down that he asked the soldier, how can I do this respectfully where it won't be taken as disrespect? And taking a knee in America has always been a traditional way of showing respect.
Correct.
Continue, Quace.
So when I see this video, man, like I said, when I see these guys executing a training exercise or a readiness exercise, and a guy deliberately has on a Kaepernick jersey, like that sends a strong message. And like I said, I struggle to understand what is the beef that folks have against Colin Kaepernick. Like I said, I didn't see the dude, you know, inciting any violence. I didn't see him telling folks to go, you know, go grab your AK-47 and go get busy. Like I didn't hear none of that. And then even after the situation took place, after he was exited from the NFL and, you know, kind of took on a, you know, kind of a servant role basically and got out here for his people. And, you know, I've been seeing the guy donate money and I've been seeing his operation, you know, supporting things. And I've been seeing him passing out suits to young fellas to get ready for interviews. So I'm seeing
just getting out of prison, started the Know Your Rights camp. He put his fed people in a different country. You know, he put his money where his mouth was. It wasn't just all talk. He backed it up with his actions.
Correct. And like I said, I've been seeing, you know, nothing but good things from the brother ever since it happened, man. And I'm just like, what is the beef? What is the beef that everybody has with Colin Kaepernick? Like I said, this guy really was you know, like I said, there really was no violence in it at all. Like so it was actually passive, if you want to look at it that way. It was passive, like it wasn't aggressive, it was passive, right? So
well, it doesn't matter if you have numbers, Quace. You could be passive as you want. If you affect the masses, then you're a problem. If he did it during the national anthem, right? But let's break down this national anthem. It's a racist song. Facts. The NFL or sports never used the national anthem before, but it became a marketing ploy of patriotism to make more money.
Right.
Facts. So let's just get the facts out there, right? The problem is that they manipulated patriotism as disrespect. But not only did he do that, it's the fact that he was willing to take a stand and he was the face of the movement. And because he was the face, they felt like if we cut off the head, then everyone else will shut up. But it backfired. And then the crazy thing about it is they wound up repeating the same actions as Colin Kaepernick. After all the disrespectful comments of a GM saying we can't let the inmates run the prison, the president calling them the NFL player son of a bitches, you know, just all these different disrespectful things that happen. And now we have the United States military wearing a Colin Kaepernick jersey during training with dogs, with attack dogs. And it's ridiculous. It's definitely targeted. It's definitely sending a message. It's definitely for a purpose. And the funny thing about it is they recorded it and sent it out. So they knew exactly what they were doing. It wasn't something that was that was to be hidden. They did this in public and they wanted it to be known. And the question is why? Right.
Yeah, no, it does make you wonder, man, because like I said, when we look at law enforcement, when we look at the military, these are just not the types of things that you expect to see. Let's say being that this is your line of defense, right? This is your strength, if you will, as a country. You know what I'm saying? You kind of show your strength with your military force and technology and you know, aggressiveness of your military. But seeing this type of thing, man, like I said, it's insulting. It's appalling. And it causes you to second guess, man. You really have to second guess. What are we really living in? Like, what are we really dealing with? Like, I mean, for me, let's say this, just looking at this video, man, this racism is deep rooted. And it looked, at least from all of the numerous examples that we've had, I mean, this racism has infiltrated all of these entities, man. Like I said, from law enforcement to military, and the list goes on. And like I said, you have to be concerned. This racism, like I said, I'm sure it's in hospitals. I'm sure it's in corporations. I'm sure it's in schools. So
America's blood is stained in racism.
of course.
And the crazy thing about it is people will say, remember 9/11, remember the Holocaust, but forget slavery. But you remind us every single day with different actions of racism that it happened during slavery, right? Not only that, they'll tell LeBron James to shut up and dribble. They'll say, why do rich people or wealthy millionaires or billionaires, black, millionaires have anything to worry about? Well, look at this example of Colin Kaepernick right now, who was a former NFL star, who took the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl multiple times. And you have the military wearing this young man's jersey, using attack dogs while, training. It's asinine. Almost Stephen A. Smith, the unmitigated gall. I was Stephen A. Smith be going in or whatever else. But here's my thing, right? Kwesi, when you see videos like this of someone who was in the top percentage to get into the NFL, right? Because we all know how hard that is, right? And not only that, but to succeed at that, to make it at that level, to not have a criminal history and have a criminal record. How do you tell your child when he goes outside to be safe? How do you prepare your children for a world like that, where you have two people, a LeBron James, you have a Colin Kaepernick, and LeBron said he just wants to make Colin happy. But how do you have two outstanding young American citizens who went from having the roots of slavery to making it to the levels that they've made it in life, and still face the oppression and the systemic racism that they face? And they're still blackballed. They're still being blasted all over the television. Like, what do you tell your future? What do you tell your children? How do you prepare them for that? Because it seems like even when you live right, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I hate to say it like this, but I just want to be able to be raw and truthful or whatever else. People still don't look at you as 3/5 of a man. People still look at you as if you're a nigga and you're not a person. You're not part of the human race. They feel that you're less than. So how do you prepare your children to face something like this when they have to walk out into the world, or your family members or loved ones?
Yeah, no, it's a challenge, man. Like I said, from my own personal experience, man, like I said, you can only educate them to walk in confidence. You can only educate them to speak their mind, to speak with a firm voice. And like I said, you just have to instill confidence, man. Like I said, this world, to be honest, Los, it hasn't changed that much, man. I know folks have said, we've made it so far, and we can vote now, and I can work a job next to somebody and be making comparable money and all this and all that.
It's not even comparable when you look at the wealth distribution, so that's a lie.
No. So when you break it down strategically, break down the structure, man, and look at it, let's say it's deep rooted. It hasn't changed that much, man, unless we're watching it play out today.
Right.
So I understand, our ancestors who came before us and kind of fought those battles to get us, quote unquote, as far as we've gotten. I mean, we're still in it. Like I said, it hasn't really let up, man, because at the end of the day, the country was founded, and I got to call it what it is. The country was founded on white supremacy, man. And in order for things to stay the way that they are, and certain folks to benefit off the structure of the country as it stands now, that white supremacy has to be maintained. And that's just facts, man. So no, as a person of color, a black man, let's say you can go down to the color stream. Not that much has changed, man. Like I said, we're still fighting it, and to your point, we're having to prepare our future generations to essentially come into the same battle that we're in now. So that tells you right there that not that much has changed. Like I said, these were the same things my grandfather was telling me.
Right.
These are the same things my father was telling me. These are the same things I'm telling my children. Like, we still doing it. So not that much has really changed fundamentally if you break it down.
Now, everyone who just heard what Kwesi said, I don't want none of y'all to try to manipulate it. He's not saying all white people.
No,
Not at all.
not at all.
What we're saying is the ones who have that agenda, have that objective, that are in positions of power, that can enforce things like the Black Code, Jim Crow laws, the things that we're facing, the 13th Amendment, the fake war on drugs, which is really the war on Black people. That's what he's talking about. So we definitely want to be able to shout out every single color in the crayon box who have stepped up to the plate, used their platform, used their voices, put their money where their mouth is. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the white folks during the time of Harriet Tubman that hid black people in their homes and got called nigger lovers and everything else. We want to thank the people who marched with Dr. King on Selma, who's been beaten and everything else. We want to thank the ones who are out right now protesting for the Black Lives Matter for all the right reasons. You know what I mean? So this is bigger than just, someone trying to manipulate what Quace just said. You know what I'm saying? It's all of us as a collective coming together to make a change, to make a difference, and it has to happen, and it has to happen now. Because as you can see, there's a virus that's been running rampant in America. And the only people that can cure this is us. In my opinion, and it's just an opinion, doesn't make me right or wrong, Martin Luther King didn't die for I Have a Dream speech. Because a dream is just a dream. It's not a reality. But when Martin Luther King spoke truth about buying land, about owning shit, ownership, ownership, those type of things, when you start having those type of conversations and you start, when you're affecting the masses, then you become a problem. If it's just a couple of people, who cares? But when when we're talking about affecting the masses, the way Colin Kaepernick did, and that whole movement is now worldwide, especially after 8 minutes and 46 seconds, y'all are tripping about 8 minutes and 46 seconds. No disrespect, and God rest his soul, and I bless, nothing but blessings to his family. 8 minutes and 46 seconds has caused this because of COVID, right, Quay?
Yeah.
What about 500 years? If 8 minutes and 46 seconds can have this type of impact, what if y'all found out the truth about 500 years worth of 8 minutes and 46 seconds?
Right. Facts.
Wow. See, that sounds a little different, right?
For sure.
Because 8 minutes and 46 seconds caused this. But what if we uncovered the truth of 500 years of systemic racism? How would that make an impact? What would that look like to you?
That would be huge. Yeah, that would be huge, man. But the question is, does America want to go down that road?
Oh, because then I got to be accountable.
Right. Does America, that's the question, man. Does America want to go down that road? Does America want to address hundreds of years of oppression, suppression, rape, robbery, murders, separation
PTSD.
separation of families, morale breaking, mental destruction, theft, man, you name it, man.
Like,
you name it.
here's the thing, America. Nothing will change until we make the change. And you can't throw breadcrumbs at it this time. You can't say, oh, we painted the streets. Oh, we painted a building. Oh, we said Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, and blah, blah, blah. You can't throw breadcrumbs at this. Because now that seed of racism has grown and we are seeing the harvest of it, you can't deny that there is a forest of racism that everyone sees. No one's blind to it anymore. So the truth is, how do we collectively start pulling up all the weeds that's been planted a long time ago and start to plant new seeds? I got an idea. Change the laws. Start putting every color and every race in positions of power to balance that board out a little bit. Understand that there is enough, the world is plentiful. There's enough room for everyone to be able to be happy and have success. But you know what? The truth is, a lot of y'all don't want to give up that privilege. A lot of y'all enjoy the privilege. It tastes good. It's amazing. It's nice to wake up and be carefree. It's nice to wake up and you don't have to tell your children to pull up your pants. Don't talk like that. Don't have an attitude because it can be taken as aggression or anger, or you might catch a bullet. It's nice to be able to tell your children, to send them off to school and don't have to worry about if they're going to come home. It's nice to be a young white teenager and know that you don't have to worry about trying to make it to 18. It's nice. And truth of the matter is, you enjoy it. And you know that there's a difference. And that's why we're having this conversation right now about there's a difference. Quay?
No, that's facts, man. That's facts. And that's one of those questions, man. I'll be honest with you. That's one of those questions I've always wanted to ask. If you knew that giving up your privilege would help a race of people, would you give up that privilege?
No.
Man, I need somebody to answer that, man. I need somebody to come on this live and answer that question.
It's been answered already. What year are we in?
That's true. That's true. 2020, man.
It is 2020. And ain't nothing been given up. Ain't no laws been changed. No, we will not. What's her name? Jane Elliott. She did a test. White lady. She's been in this game for she's 80 years old now, right? And she was in an auditorium. Remember her? How many of you people are racist? Nobody raised their hand. She said, okay, awesome. Well, how many people would want to trade places with a black person? It proves there's a difference. You're racist.
Right.
Because you don't want to be treated like them. So when you ask how many people would switch places, I'm not saying that it's very few. And those are the same ones that's been trying to help us in this fight. But they're not in really big positions of power to make the changes that we need.
True. True.
So we have to figure out a way to unite and come collectively together to make a difference.
Yeah, but the question is, man, what will that take, man? So, first of all, we got to get our people, first of all, to come together. So that's one of the first challenges.
Accountability, absolutely. We got to be accountable. Wait. I'm talking to us now, and you know who us is. I'm talking to my people.
Right.
Separate from the racism, just separate. We do have things that we have to be accountable for. We do have things that we do have to do better. I'm not just going to give us a pass, or I'm not just going to walk around it. But what I will say to my people is I do understand a lot of it. A lot of the things that we do to each other comes from fight or flight syndrome, comes from not enough wealth, not enough distribution, not enough education, not enough space to grow, not enough opportunities. Comes from depression, comes from rape, comes from mental illness. A lot of it comes from not having the opportunity to be free and to be loving. So we're not gonna act like we don't have any offense, but for the things that we can change and be accountable for, I do want to be able to say, hey, we got to do better. But I will say we've been put in a box of oppression. We've been put in a box of poison, or a pool of poison. Let's just say that. And we have adapted well. We have overcome a lot. We are still here and doing amazing things. And we have a lot of talent. We are very creative. But one thing that we have to get better at, ownership.
For sure. For sure. But you know what? I was listening to something today, man.
Okay.
And I forgot who it was, but they made a good point. And they said our people are always in a mindset of waiting on essentially a savior, or waiting on someone to take the lead. And then that, like I said, there's some facts around that, man. And I think that is why we don't take that much of a ownership position. You know, we're seeing a little bit of an insurgence right now of our people, you know, taking on some ownership, you know, as far as businesses and things of that nature. But there's still a lot of other pieces of this thing that we don't take ownership in, you know, one being leadership. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an ownership mentality to be a leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
No, you do. You do.
I'm
You
with
do
you.
because
I'm just saying when they said we've never taken accountability. What happened to Black Wall Street? What happened to Rosewood? It's not
oh
like
yeah,
we
yeah.
haven't never went down those roads. They bombed the hell out of it. They
Oh yeah,
killed
no
us.
doubt.
You
No
know.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. But see that you know, for me, that was a part of that supremacy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know that your people are in a mindset of depending on people or looking for people to depend on. So I
Right.
don't ever want you collectively to get to a point where you're not dependent on me for things.
Right.
And that's really what that was about. Like I said, that's a key part of supremacy. It's based on people depending and needing what you have. You know, this is why, you know, we need the land. We need somewhere to stay. We need your bank, you know, so we can facilitate these transactions. You know, we need to lease this property so we can own our little cookie shop or our little clothing boutique. Like we always need somebody else, right? And with that dependency, and let's say take it back a step further. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to the times of integration, man. You know what I'm saying? When we fought so hard to integrate, you know, to this day, I still feel like that was a horrible decision. You know, I have
Wow. We're gonna have a
yeah,
conversation about that. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. And I feel like it was a horrible decision, man. Cause like I say, you become dependent on other people. You
Right.
lose your ownership and your leadership mindset. And see, that's what you see now. We're dependent on everybody else to survive. And like I said, we got to break that. That's a problem because all they got to do is cut off the supply and we out of commission.
It reminds me of this movie, Quay, because they say movies are a reflection of a life, right?
Right.
And it's called Pandora, and it's about space travel, right? And let's just say me, you, Chloe, Ash, and all these amazing people, we get into these time capsules, and we're gonna shoot out to what planet you want to go to, Quay? Any planet? Give me a planet.
Let's go to Mars, man.
Let's go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? We land on Mars. Now, me, you, Chloe, Ash, we wake up first, while everyone else is still sleeping in their time capsules, right? And we come up with this plan, right? We're like, yo, if we can find all the natural resources, all the food, all the water, all the guns, yo, when everyone else wake up, guess who they're gonna have to answer to? Us. And we can run this stuff right here, right? So we can make people do whatever they want to do because we own the supply and the demand. And if they get out of hand, then we'll take all their resources from them. We'll take the resources all the way up to the point where they have to beg, fight, kill, and steal for it. And then when they do that, we'll create laws to imprison them because they don't have enough to be able to survive. And this is how we'll take over power and control of this whole thing. And then when we imprison them, guess what? We get free labor from them.
Right.
We get to strip them of their human rights. And it's just so funny that is the same system that we live in today, bro. And that's why there's a difference. There's a difference because you just had a white man, I gotta go look it up, had an AK-47 shooting back at the police, and he was taken in alive. You have Dylan Ruth, who did a massacre at the church.
Hold that thought, Los. Hold that thought. I think I got that image. Hold on.
You got that image? Let me get that, please.
I think I got it.
This young gentleman right here had an AK-47, was shooting back at the police, and was taken in alive.
Right.
Now, if that was a black man, would it be the same results?
Of course not.
Why is there a difference? That's why we have the topic of the show today. There's a difference. Dylan Ruth shot at the church and was taken out to a fast food joint before he was taken to jail.
I heard that.
There's a difference.
I heard that.
It's a difference. There's a difference, bruh.
Bro, what is we looking at here, man? I heard about the fast food. I'm like, what are we looking at here? What are we living
Bro,
in?
there's a difference, America. And that difference won't last too much longer. You know why? Because people are using platforms like this. People are videotaping it. And the world is watching the reality show of America. Tune
Right.
in 24 hours. What's going on next? Racism in America. That's the name of that's the name of the reality TV show. Racism in America. And the world is watching. New Zealand, Russia, all these other different places. And they're just sitting back like, I can't believe this. But the interesting thing is you do have racism in all these other countries just as well.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you definitely do, man. But you know, this brings up another point that you I wanna tap in on a point that you just made about all of this footage that we're seeing, man. I mean, folks really got to understand how deep this racism goes, man. We are now finally in 2020 or 2019, 2018, seeing the footage of these things take place. And I don't know about you, but one thing that I notice in the footage is these folks don't even care, man. Like they're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to disguise it.
That ain't new.
I mean, they walk right up in your face, call you a nigga. Like they not even trying to hide it, man.
Hold on, Quay. America, y'all know the truth. That ain't nothing new. Because we can go to Google Images right now, collectively, and type in public hangings. And we can see how some of your ancestors looked in the background, how they got dressed up for it, like it was an event, and watched it. The only difference is we have the internet now, and people are watching it on the internet. But remember, they used to have public hangings. They used to burn people at the stake. And people used to show up to watch the event while it happened. So this is nothing new. It's just evolved, and we're looking at the same public executions differently. We went from a rope to a bullet.
True. Valid point, man. That's a valid comparison, man.
And that's why in the book, Quace, in the flag, I put bullet holes in the flag. Those aren't stars, those are bullet holes. Because it's the new killing. It's the new lynching of America.
It is the new lynching, man. Like I said, it's gunshots, like you said, it's bullet holes, man.
Or the chokehold and choking black people out. I can't breathe again.
Right. That's facts, man. Yeah, no, man. Cats not even hiding it, man. Like I said, they literally they're going wild, man. Like I said,
they're posing for the camera while they're choking us out.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. And you know, this is the thing, man. I see a lot of posts, man, on social media about folks saying, you know, oh, I can't watch that. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh, I don't think I can watch that again. And it's like I struggle with that, man. Like I said, because I like to know what's going on. I like to, you know, people are going to broadcast to you or reveal to you who they truly are. You know, take the business suit off, take the jersey off, take the badge off, you know, take the you know, American flag pin off, you know, the politician. If people are going to reveal to you who they truly are, you need to see that and accept that. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it because I need to know what's going on. I need to know what direction you're coming from, and I need to know what's inside of you.
Let's just call a spade. Whether you watch it or not, it's happening.
Correct.
Right? And here's my issue. What happened to just loving people, bro?
Right.
It doesn't have to be you for you to care. It doesn't have to be someone in your family for you to care. You should have compassion for other people's families. Because someone lost a loved one, someone lost a lover, someone lost a best friend, someone lost a partner, a dad, a mom, a sister, a brother, an auntie, whatever. It shouldn't have to happen in your family for you to care about that.
Right. No, I agree with you, man. And then, you know, the other interesting thing about it is, you know, as you watch some of this brutality and these things that are going on, it almost feels like a rites of passage, man. It's almost like dudes are earning stripes. Like, you know how like hunters, you know, get out here and you know, they go hunt these, you know, animals, this, that, and the third. You know, they bring the skull back, hanging up on the wall like a trophy.
Yes, sir.
it starts to feel that way. Let's say when you watch some of this, police brutality and stuff that goes on, it's almost like these guys are going after trophies, man. It's almost like they're getting brownie points and kudos for, how many folks, lives they've taken or how many folks' lives they've affected. I said, if you look at a lot of these guys, man, these guys are repeat offenders. This is not their first time choking somebody out or their first time shooting somebody and killing somebody. Like they literally are repeat offenders. Go ahead, Los.
Have you ever seen the movies where you got all these rich folks or white folks, should we say, and they bet on people's lives, and there's a big game being played, and they have all the different weapons, and they sit back and they watch people being killed, and they have bets on them.
Right.
That just didn't come out of someone's imagination, bro.
No,
that just wasn't thought of. That's a reality. That's someone's truth. That's someone's lifestyle. Like they say in film, really ain't nothing new. It's just regurgitated differently. So if you're able to put this in film where you see people betting on other people's lives and you're throwing weapons into the rings, it ain't nothing. It's like the Gladiator, the Colosseum back in the day. The just difference is just black people are the ones that are dying from it.
Right. Real talk, man. Real talk.
No, this doesn't disrespect or discount no one else or whatever else, because you have all races that do face oppression. But right now, specifically, we are talking about black people. Specifically. Now, how can I do that? The same way you do it when it comes to breast cancer awareness. Because during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I don't hear autism out there saying me too.
Nope.
I don't hear no other disease that is just as relevant or just as important as breast cancer arguing with breast cancer. Okay, let me flip that. I never hear on Christmas someone saying, what about Thanksgiving too? What about Valentine's Day too? So if we can be specific during holidays, or we can be specific during times like Breast Cancer Awareness Month, then there's no difference between us being specific when it comes to black people. The problem is when it comes to black people, we have to hijack that narrative. We have to continuously oppress them because we never want that truth about what we've done to them happen so long ago because of the fear of what if they do it to us? What if they stop wanting, one last thing. What if they stop wanting, to matter and they want revenge?
So let's touch that, man. So, we know what's going on right now. Let's say we know the tensions that are out here right now. We know the movement that's active as we speak. What do you think is really behind? Listen, this is just opinion, opinion question. What do you think is really behind, folks? So when the guy goes out and he yells out, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
You instantly get somebody to respond with All Lives Matter. What do you think is really behind that? Like why do you feel like folks have an issue with you yelling out Black Lives Matter? And I'm not talking about Black Lives Matter, the organization. I'm talking about the movement and the fact that black folks are losing lives at an accelerated rate. And we've had enough of it. We speaking out about it. We want it changed. We want it to stop. Why do you think somebody wants to go yell All Lives Matter when you yell out Black Lives Matter?
Because you don't matter. Let's just call it what it is. You're still 3/5 of a person. I really don't want to hear you. Shut up. I don't care. We're going to water it down anyway. We'll never let you be the narrative or the topic of the day. We'll just change the narrative so we don't have to face what we've done to you. It's like being in a relationship, right? And you guys get into an argument. Well, what about you? What about, I remember that time when you did this? It's a deflection, so you don't have to deal with the problem at hand. Now, one time did we say all lives don't matter? And it's been repeated over and over and over and over again, right? And regardless if you got the information or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to listen. It's like talking to a brick wall, because how many times have we said that we understand all lives matter, but we're not talking about all. We're just talking about black right now.
Right.
Because all lives hasn't faced the same oppression that we have faced. All lives let's do it like this. If all lives mattered, right? How come black folks ain't never got reparations? because we
True.
all matter. So we all should have got that land distribution. We all should have got that wealth distribution. We should have never been redlined. So I thought all lives mattered.
Right.
If all lives mattered, why were we considered 3/5 of a man and not all lives considered 3/5 of a man? If all lives mattered.
Fact.
Okay.
Fact.
If all lives mattered, how come the war on drugs wasn't the war on drugs, but it was the war on black people? Okay. If all lives mattered, why is it that the Navy SEALs is doing a dog training, attacking exercise, and it's only one jersey of a black man being worn if all lives matter?
Facts.
I just got basic questions. If all lives mattered, why is it that we're being locked up on weed charges, but then other people can go out of the opposite race and counterparts and create a whole billion-dollar industry off of it? If all lives matter.
Facts.
I'm just trying to understand. If all lives mattered, why is it that two people can do the same crime in the same state and get different times, and the color of their skin can be their VIP pass to freedom? If all lives matter.
That's facts, man.
If all lives mattered, how come all lives don't get the same college opportunities, job opportunities, wealth distribution, land distribution? So please stop with this all lives matter crap, because you've proven time and time and over again that all lives don't matter.
Facts. Facts. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's what it is. So basically, someone yells out all lives matter after we yell out Black Lives Matter because you really don't care about Black lives.
Let me ask you that one more time. Let me add one more thing. If all lives matter, why do you say go back to your country?
Facts.
Because all lives matter. But you tell us to go back to our country as if you from here. As if the Moors wasn't here already. As
Right.
if you don't come from a black person, the black person wasn't the first person on the earth. But all lives matter. If all lives matter, why do we only see blue? If all lives matter, why is there only white Jesuses? Why are there only white angels? Where are the black angels at? Where's the black Jesus at? If all lives matter, how come heaven don't look nothing like us?
Facts.
I'm just asking questions. I could be wrong. Educate me. Because you said all lives matter. So please educate me on these different things that I asked, because I would love to see the proof where my life matters.
You're right, man. No, you're right. Listen, this is one of the main reasons why, why history has been watched. Yeah, this is one of the main reasons, because we want to establish this narrative that Black lives really don't matter. That's the narrative we're looking at right now. Let's say history has literally been washed to erase all of the Black lives that mattered, all the way back to the beginning. The beginning of civilization as we know it. So yeah,
if all lives matter, Quay, how come we couldn't drink out the same water?
True.
If all lives matter, how come we couldn't read books?
Facts, man. Facts. Let's say Flint would have clean water right now if all lives matter.
If all lives matter, why did you redline and put black people in the ghetto? If all lives matter, when we had a national disaster in Louisiana, that would have been taken care of ASAP.
Right. That's facts, man. That's all.
I'm just trying to get it. I'm just trying to understand, Quay. If all lives matter, how come ain't no black man on Mount Rushmore? I want to see one race. If all lives matter, how come we supposedly only have one black president, even though we had one before, but we ain't gonna go that deep. If all lives matter, how come there's only been one race of presidents? Where's all the other races?
Facts again. Yep.
I'm just trying to understand.
Let them tell it. They the only folks who are capable of doing all these things. And like you said,
if all lives matter, Quace, how are they the superior race?
Facts.
Who came up with that term anyway?
Facts.
If all lives mattered, how come I don't hear white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, Mexican on Mexican crime? But we hear black on black crime highlighted. We hear black men don't want to take care of their children. We hear black people don't want to be educated. If all lives mattered, why is this highlighted when it comes to black people when statistics say different?
Right.
Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. Like I said, that's that narrative.
If all lives mattered, why is it when we come back from war that no black people receive any benefits? Where's the compensation? If all lives mattered and we built America, how come we ain't got no wealth from it? If all lives mattered.
Facts.
How come you don't say it then? How come you don't say when we're applying for credit or applying for a house that all lives matter? So if I go to the bank right now, I can say all lives matter and get that loan I want. Can I tell the cop who's about to kill me, hey, brother, all lives matter? Hey, judge, all lives matter. So can I start using my all lives matter card?
Not at all.
I'm saying, Chris, I mean, because if all lives matter, I should be able to get in USC the same way these rich white folks was getting their kids in the UFC, because all lives matter.
Right.
I should be able to do that collegiate hustle or whatever else because all lives matter. If all lives matter, why is it when that white young man who was a swimmer raped that black girl when she was drunk, and guess what they said? They didn't want to ruin his future, so they let him go. If all lives matter. If all lives matter, why is Breonna Taylor dead and the police officers are still alive? Excuse me, they haven't been arrested. Because her life mattered. Where y'all at now?
But it goes back to the topic of the show, man, because there's a difference.
You're gonna get me started, Quay. I'm trying to be good, man. Trying to be
good, man. We got, like I said, we're here to have these hard conversations, man. This is the whole premise behind why we're doing this show, man, and why we're going to continue to do this show. We got to have these hard conversations, man, because at the end of the day, you know, what's real is what's real. And like I said, we've been shown multiple times in multiple ways that our lives don't matter. And that's just what it comes down to, man. All of the oppression and the things that have, you know, basically hurt our progress, man, since the beginning of time. Like I said, it is just always a reflection of the fact that to the world or to the country, our lives don't matter.
If all lives matter, when we come to these positions of power, how come it doesn't look like all lives?
Correct. Another great point.
I only see all lives matter, and when it's time for you to cover up, the black lives don't matter.
Correct. And that's when you see it. And that's why somebody makes that statement after somebody goes out and says Black Lives Matter. Because essentially, I just want to dilute your movement and I want to dilute your narrative.
I want to deflect. Oh, he's disrespecting the soldiers. Well, I was a soldier. I wasn't disrespected. But America, you disrespected me. What's that?
They disrespecting right now, man. Like I said, I gotta run this back because I need people to understand the message in this video. Like I gotta run this back.
I'm gonna send you a link that I want you to upload.
Okay.
And I want you to upload me in my military uniform on the ground because all lives matter.
No doubt, no doubt. We can definitely.
I'm gonna text it to you. I'm gonna text it to you right now.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, this video just it sends a powerful message. And like I said, it shows the time that we're in. It shows the mindsets of people in this world. And it is insulting. Like I said, just looking at this video with this seal deliberately putting on this Kaepernick jersey to record this and then to post it so that it can circulate around social media. And that's another thing. We also have to, you know, be mindful of that. You know, some of these videos that do circulate around social media, they're circulated for that reason. Because like I say, going back to the point of the show today, that there's a difference. You know, what you'll also see on social media is certain stuff is, you know, essentially filtered out or I can't think of the word right now.
Go in for a second, Quay. I'm about to bring our fans so we can get some more people in the comment section real quick. I'm gonna go on Facebook and let them get on the show. Tell them to come to the show real quick.
Okay.
So just go in, take over right now.
All right. Yeah, but like I said, as you guys see on social media, like I said, some things or some of the things that you need to see are censored, right? So you can't even get access to them. But then these types of videos, they don't get censored. You know, videos of black men and black women being killed in cold blood, those videos don't get censored. You know, videos of young black children being affected, if it be a Tamir Rice and all of those things, those videos don't get censored. And there's a reason for that. Like I said, there's a message that is being sent. There's a narrative that they want to maintain. And I said, we got to be aware of that. Yeah, we have to be aware of what is really going on and what we're seeing. And just understand that there's reasons behind that. Like I said, this stuff is not by coincidence. You know, it's not by coincidence that certain things get censored and certain things don't. I said, these things are deliberate, and it's to send a message. You know, it's to remind you of your place, if you will. It's to remind you of who's running it, who has the control, who has the power. And like I said, we have to be aware of that. So yeah, so once again, you know, anybody who's joined the live, we appreciate you being here. You know, definitely hit us in the comments if you have any questions. Also, we've attached the link to join in person. So if you want to join the live in person, you know what I'm saying, with your questions, or if you just want to join the conversation in person, you know, just hit the link, throw the link in your browser, and you can join us. You know, we'll pull you in and have that conversation. But yeah, once again, let's say we're doing this show to have those hard conversations, to get out here and you know, talk through these things with our community, help build our community, help move our community in the right direction. You know, sometimes, you know, our folks are a little, you know, apprehensive to have these discussions because, like I said, sometimes they can be hard. But at the end of the day, we got to have them. In order to make forward progress, you got to have these conversations. If it be around racism, if it be around politics, if it be around finances, if it's around, you know, corporate America, you know, we know that struggle. Shoot, if it's around religion, like all of these are tough conversations that folks typically shy away from. But we got to have them. I said that's the only way we can move our community forward. So yeah, once again, shout out to anybody who's joined the live. We appreciate you being here. So you can join if you choose to. We've got the link attached. And today, let's say we're discussing there is a difference, just a difference in the way that things go that we see today. There's a difference in the interactions that we see. There's a difference in interactions that we see in corporate America. There's a difference that our kids see at school. You know, there's a difference that us as parents see at school for our kids. So yeah, we're just talking about that difference that exists. So yeah, that's what we got. So let me see what we got. I think we got somebody wanting to join. I think that's Devin. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can get Devin in the room along with Carlos. Give me 1 second. Los, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here. I just sent it out. So it's popping up just to show, and I have to let everyone know that this is a talk show. This is a talk show. You know what I mean? So there has to be a way we have to just educate them so they know.
So I got a guest, man, who just popped up. Devin, you want me to go ahead and pull him in?
Yes, sir. Please do.
Let me see if he's here with us. Devin, you there? Devin, are you there? He might be having a technical difficulty. Devin, try to connect back in and just so we can get you on. You may be on a bad signal too.
No problem.
But yeah, Devin, try to reconnect with us, man. I'll get you on the show. Just try to connect in one more time.
Yeah. So it's important. It's important to get other people's opinions. It's important to become well-rounded, you know?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, no, man. Let's say we need all these perspectives. Let's say we're all coming from different walks of life, different upbringing, different experiences. I said different views. So no, I always welcome, you know, somebody to join the show, to bring their perspective, you
Get
know,
food.
on the topic, man. Like I said, because you put it all together, stir it all up, you know, I said, then you get your good product. So no, I'm all for that, man.
Hey, Quace, people can just stay in the comment section too, just as well, right? If they don't want to be on camera and they just want to give their opinion.
Oh yeah, they can just comment as normal, man.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm giving out the correct information. That's what I told him. Son, can you please bring me my charger, please?
Yeah, no, they can
The
comment as
C plus
normal.
charger.
If they comment as normal, it filters right into the view right here, and then we, you know, we can respond if necessary, or just, you know, read the comments and
Okay.
talk about it.
We got to educate everyone on that and how this platform works, because some people were just nervous because they thought they were going to have to get on camera and they don't. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I need
Yeah,
the no, wrong one, baby. I need the one that's in the charger with the extension plug.
yeah. No, the platform, like I said, is still a typical Facebook Live, right? Like I said, we are broadcasting right now on Facebook, and we should be live on YouTube as well. So yeah, the process is still the same. Let's say you can still come into the live, you can still comment as normal. But like I said, if you want to join the live, video wise, and actually, you know, get on screen with me and Los, if you just put that link into your browser, that'll allow you to come into our platform, and
I
then
need
we
the
can
plug,
bring
the
you on
plug
to
for it,
the
though, baby.
live, you know,
The
video
plug for
wise,
the little 3-strip
which will
plug
put
that
your
we've been
face up
using.
on the screen if you choose to. So
Yeah, please join us, because like the more interactive the show is, the better the show. The more educated we all become. First of all, me and Quasi are just giving opinions. We are not saying that we're experts on anything. We are both young gentlemen that are willing to listen. We are willing to grow. We are willing to understand, because that is the only thing that will create the changes in life that we want to move forward, to honor the past and to make a better future.
right. I see we got another person trying to come in by the name of G.
Okay.
He's got to get his technology, he's got to get his phone set up. So yeah, G, we waiting on you. So as soon as you toggle in your camera and your audio, we can let you into the live. So just once you toggle in your camera and your audio, we can let you in.
I'm still here, Quay. I'm just plugging up my phone because I don't want it to die.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem. So Los, man, I almost want to segue into something, man, but I don't know.
Go for it. Do your thing.
I might have to hold that for another show, man. It's a slightly different topic, but it goes
Okay.
back to the root point of there's a difference. But
Okay.
I'm gonna hold that for another show.
You want to hold that nugget? You gonna hold that nugget?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that for another show, because I think that might get a little heated. So I'm gonna hold that for another show.
Okay. Well, I would really want to know how other people feel. You know, when they see things like this, I would love for someone of a different race to get their opinion on how would it feel to see someone of your race and their jersey being worn purposely, while the military has assigned and trained dogs to attack that person in a jersey of someone in your race. How would you feel about that representation? You know, because propaganda is king. Propaganda can influence. Propaganda has the power to change people's perspectives. Propaganda has created fear, because a lot of people who have never dealt with Black people before fear Black people based off the propaganda that has been put out through television, radio, airwaves, film, and just from, you know, our government. So what would you feel, or how would you feel, excuse me, how would you feel if you saw someone like this of your race in a jersey being attacked like that? How would it affect you?
It's a good question, man. That's a good question. I actually I would like to hear a response to that, man. Let's say, you know, I'm always interested in the other side, man. Because that's really the perspective that we get, right? I said sometimes, you know, folks will have the guts to get on and speak on those things, but a lot of times they don't. And I really would welcome that, Lester. I really want to hear the other side of that. There's a young lady. I wish I could get on here. Let me see. Yeah, there's a young lady I would like to get on here to speak on that, but I probably can't get her on here at this time.
Quace, you know what we should do? If we're gonna probably do maybe one more hour, or is that it? Maybe one more hour?
Yeah, we
Or what, how
might
much
do
time we
about
got?
a half. We'll do about a half, man. I said we don't
About a half? Okay,
yeah,
so
we'll
my
do about
question
a
is
half.
this. Do you want to go on Facebook and then educate Facebook on how this whole platform is going to work? So that way our followers, well, I already sent out the message. So tomorrow we'll start on Facebook, or whenever we go live again, we'll start on Facebook. We'll educate them about what StreamYard is and that we're running the show through StreamYard on how it works. If they want to come on board, if they want to talk, or they want to be a part of the panel, we'll educate them. Because just seeing this right now, a lot of people might be like, what's this? I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? So let's
Right.
educate them on the new platform and how we're leveling up and how we're going to make the show bigger and better.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you said it right, man. I said this is the new show, right? So we haven't been doing this that long, but yeah, to Carlos's point, I said we trying to level up. I said you said it right, man. I said we trying to get the tools right, trying to get the nice professional, presentation. Get some actual tools in here that will allow us to have a nice, productive, efficient show. So yeah, we will definitely give a little kind of a tutorial, if you will, or a little overview of the platform. Let's say for the most part, on the Facebook side, it shouldn't be too much different. But just like I said, just kind of joining in physically is slightly different. Like I got G. He's trying to join, but it's like he's got his devices. G, I see you trying to join. But it says you got to add your camera and your microphone. That's basically why it won't let you come in. So yeah, if you can add your camera and your microphone.
Okay. You know what I think it is? I think that they so I told them to press no. So I think they think if they add camera and mic, there's automatically gonna put them on the camera on the mic. You know what I mean? Where they're gonna be automatically placed in the panel. And some people just want to be in the comment section.
So they should just be able to join the live and just comment, man. Let's say that part shouldn't have changed.
Okay.
Yeah, that part shouldn't have changed, man. So when someone hits the link, that's gonna bring them to the, to the StreamYard platform. But yeah, if they just join the live, they should be able to comment as normal. Let's say we'll see those lives, see those comments come through our feed, just like Tammy Gordon's comment.
Okay.
Yeah, so that shouldn't be any different. That should look like it, like it does in any other time. If that's not the case, then let me know. We'll get that corrected. Where's Miss Culpepper? Where are the ladies at tonight, Los? I can tell you just broke off. Yeah, I'll give you a pause, man.
Okay, so Kashala's trying to join right now, and she's worried about it coming on camera or whatever else. She's talking about some not today, Satan.
So she don't want the camera piece?
Right.
So she can just she can join, but just have her she can press on cam and just cut the cam off, and it'll just be audio. Just have her go ahead and hit the link, and she can hit the link and come on in, and then she can in the software she'll see she can just cut the cam off and leave the mic on.
I'm telling her right now. Okay. So she might join. She's worried about the cam, and I told her you have the option to turn it back off. Just join, and you can you can control your camera. You have the power to control your camera, and that you won't be pulled up into the panel.
Yeah, no, she can just turn the camera on. So let's say when you get the link and you basically the little web portal starts up, you know, you'll have a mic and a cam, and let's see, you literally can just turn the cam off. And here, let me see. I'll show you.
I think what you can do, Quay,
What's
also,
up?
is I think you can, we need to type out the instructions. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and inform people you do not have to be on camera. You just turn your camera off.
Right. Right. I can do
Like,
that.
like I see you right now with the camera off, and I just see your thing moving and talking. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Correct. So that's what it would look like if she did it. You literally can just cut the cam off and let the audio run.
Turn your camera off. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna show Kashala that it doesn't, that it won't, what it looks like.
Okay. There you go.
All right, cool. And I'm gonna send her the message right now.
Tell Miss Culpepper, stop being nervous. Miss Culpepper don't never want to be on camera. Man, y'all got to tap in. Y'all too quiet tonight. Y'all got to tap in with us. We only going for probably about another 25 minutes, then we're going to wrap it up. But yeah, tonight we were just talking about the difference. There's a difference.
There we go.
Just the differences that we're seeing. Is she good now?
Well, I told her, I sent her the picture and I told her this is what it looks like with your camera off.
Okay.
So I see a third window in there.
Or you could sit in the dark. This me, man.
Okay, what's up, Sam?
I'm sitting in the G. You see that G right there, man?
My bad. I just see the dog. What's up, G? I apologize, cousin.
Yeah, you had somebody be a guest come and you call them Sam, man. It's G, you know. Man.
My bad. I apologize, G. Welcome to the show, G. My deepest apologies.
G? What's up,
welcome
man?
to the show. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you calling people be on the show, man. People don't be prepared this late at night. You feel me? We were ready.
My cousin, ready. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, he got jokes. He's a comedian. He's super funny, bro.
Yeah, you could tell them chicks just sit in the dark. I'm sitting in the dark, man. I hope don't nobody lighten up the video. I'm sitting in the dark.
Nah, you're good, cousin. Nobody can do all that. Can't nobody change your light.
You see a little clip. You see a little bit of me.
I told you he got jokes, Quay.
I see.
Okay, so Sam, did you see the video of the Navy SEAL with the attack dogs attacking the man in the Colin Kaepernick jersey?
Yeah, me and my brother talk about it, man. That shit's totally out of line because in the military, if they supposed to be what they call it, nonpartisan or whatever, they just supposed to do what the government or whatever they call it, man. The government tell them to do a certain job. You're not supposed to have an opinion on politics.
Right.
You feel me? While you out there. So or opinion on races. You're just doing a job at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's actually showing racism and kind of politics too, because Cap trying to change laws where cops can get away with doing violent stuff to people. You know what I mean? So all that was wrong. I mean, it's the military. They're supposed to be doing a job. You can't be at work acting like that.
Right. And Colin Kaepernick has posted this also on the Know Your Rights page. So for those who haven't seen it, you can also go to Colin Kaepernick's page. He is aware about this video. Could you imagine being Colin Kaepernick and seeing this video and the impact or the fear that is possibly on his life? It's like a threat.
Yeah, it's almost a threat. Correct. Yeah.
I would take it as a threat. I would take it as a warning. I would take it as we're coming after you. I would fear for my life. Now, police officers, this is what I fear for my life should look like when you see someone wearing a jersey and dogs attacking it, as if it's a representation of you.
Or anybody with them, because this is Jersey. You know, anybody that's rocking the Jersey support cap. Anybody that support them.
I'm glad you took it to that level just as well, because I mean it's ridiculous. I mean, I would be scared to wear a Colin Kaepernick jersey in public now based off of this video.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I would be targeted. But the thing about it is being a black man with my black skin, I'm already targeted. I think I'm just doubling down on it. I feel like I'm playing roulette and I'm just putting it all on the table, you know? And it shouldn't be that way.
That jersey represented black people, dude. I'm just keep it real.
It absolutely did, because we were talking about it will never be a Tom Brady jersey. It would never be
Right.
Peyton Manning's jersey, Drew Brees, or any of these white other quarterbacks in the NFL. Never ever.
Correct. Correct.
And that's why we named the show's today's topic. There's a difference.
Right.
Why are we in fear? Because of videos like this. Why are we scared? Because of videos like this. Why don't we trust the government? Because of videos like this. Why don't we trust the military? Because of videos like this. I mean, basically, if you want to keep it 100, because of COVID and the 8 minutes and 46 seconds in Breonna Taylor's death, martial law was enforced because people wanted to stand up for Black people's rights. Black people wanted to stand up for equality. The government said, let's enforce martial law. We will not allow you to gather for equality, period.
Right.
And then they hijacked the protest. You had people that were soldiers out there burning down buildings. You had governments and cops busting up windows, putting bricks down on the corner. Where did all these bricks come from? Anybody know? Where did all these bricks come from on this march? Where you're just walking, here's a brick, pick a brick, there's a brick. Just randomly. Where did all these broken down police cars come from? Just randomly, sitting there.
Right.
Where did all these professional arsonists come from? Setting the cars on fire, just randomly. You know, it's just by coincidence. It's by chance. It wasn't planned at all.
Yeah.
Definitely,
It's a
definitely
code.
planned.
They live by a code, man. It never stops. It's white
What-
over everything. If
Quace,
it's
what do you
anything
feel
that
about that?
threatens,
No, man, like I said, man, like I said, that was all orchestrated, man. Like I said, you know, to sabotage the movement, to sabotage the protest.
Okay.
Like I said, those things were conveniently placed. Like I said, the arsonists, man. Like I said,
Okay.
at the end of the day, man, we don't really get out there doing that type of stuff, man.
That's not
I
our
said,
thing.
to be honest with you, a lot of us, man, we
That
unfortunately,
ain't our cup of tea.
yeah, unfortunately, we too scary out here. To be honest, like I said, we'll roll up on a brother in the hood before we'll go, you know, bang some windows out, you know, during a protest, man. So
We need to have a show about that. We do need to have a show about that.
yeah,
What the
we do.
hell, G? Man, come on, man. This is a professional show, man. We looking to be professionals. I know you don't want to show your face or nothing like that. Just go back in the dark, man. Go back in the dark. We don't want to see the mask because we want our show to be professional, man. We want the show to be professional. And we want to be taken serious.
Oh, I'm very serious when I put this on. I'm very serious.
Okay, explain us about the mask.
Hey, hold on one sec, Los. Hold on one sec. I can Keishala's trying to get in, man, but she needs to connect her mic. Yeah, showing that she doesn't have any devices connected. So I see her trying to come in the platform, and she needs to connect her mic so at least we can hear her.
Okay.
So just let her know, man, and I'll let her on in. Yeah, I can see her in the platform, so I can see she's trying to come in, but she needs to connect her mic. She just pulled out. Just let her know.
Shut up, G.
Hey, this is very serious.
Okay, so why? Okay, there's nothing wrong with sometimes having. Why are you wearing the mask, sir? Let the world know.
Actually, I had this mask for years, so.
Okay, so why are you wearing the mask right now on the show today?
Oh, it's me. This is part of my one of my characters. You know what I mean? It's part of me. Everybody's a skeleton underneath anyway, so it shouldn't bother anybody. You got the mask on under your skin.
Okay, so
this the real you. Under all that flesh is just some skeletons.
Hey, give me a minute, Los. I'm gonna see if I can help Keishala get in. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Good. I got you covered. So G, what do you think? If you were Colin Kaepernick, how would you take this?
I would take it as a threat to Black people and anybody who stands up with my stance against police brutality. What they was doing was actually displaying overly aggressive police tactics, even though it's military. You know, that was overly aggressive tactics, putting that many dogs on a person in a protective suit. It was still overly aggressive. It was showing aggression towards any of his supporters. I'm telling you.
Well, as a skeleton of color, how does that make you feel?
I'm still black, you know. I'm not a skeleton. I mean, you a skeleton too. Don't
It's
worry. The
it's a
mask,
joke.
the mask
I'm
is just
making a joke about the skeleton that you're wearing. That's why I said a skeleton of color. It's a
yeah,
joke.
but the mask is just so people can see who talking. You know, really in the dark, you can see who
Okay.
talking. Like this.
Okay.
But
Well, as
yeah,
a
I
black
take it
man,
as a
when you
if,
see things like this, how does it make you feel? And if you have children, or if you plan on having children in the future, what would you have to teach them? What would you have to instill in them?
oh, so when it comes to that, dude, that's a threat against black people. Period. So I mean, of course, the kids got to know it's dangerous out here. People just don't like black people, dude.
Do you think that happened by chance, or do you think that was that came down on orders? How high do you think that this video goes?
By chance, look, racism never stopped in America. Attacking black people never stopped since the beginning. Since
Facts.
uh, enslaved the darker natives and brought over Africans and enslaved them, and it never stopped. So it's not a
Very true.
surprise. Black people teach their kids. My pops taught us about the police when we was kids. You don't play with them. So it wasn't about don't break the law. It was you don't play with the cops, man. They will kill you. That's what we learned. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in our
Okay,
house,
so
the
growing
cops
up,
will kill you. They don't play at all. They dangerous to black people, dude. It's
growing
just
up as a black man, what were certain things that you were taught? What were certain things that you had to learn?
that's what I'm saying. So when the police tell you to do something, you got to do it right then, unless you're ready to die. You know what I mean? Some people
Okay,
ready to die, but you got
because
to listen to them because they will just go crazy for no reason. Cops look for any excuse, and they might be rude with you on purpose. You gotta
I would.
play. You gotta learn how to play the game with who you dealing with. These people will kill you. That's what we learned. They will kill you. So if you ain't
Well,
ready to die, like that's why I say I don't go with all that yelling, marching, all that. You know, I mean it's cool. Some people do it, but if you're not ready to die, is you really shouldn't be out there playing with them because they will kill you. It's the truth.
I mean, you can die whether you march or not, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
if
I
you
hear you.
participate in a
I
march
hear
or
you.
not.
I'm just saying. That's why the people going out there not going out there with the right mentality. You got to know that they will kill you, so you go there
I'm pretty
correct.
sure they understand the risk. I think that
No,
they
no,
understand that.
they don't. They don't understand it. They
I can
don't think it's
respect
for
your
real.
opinion. I'm pretty
I,
sure that some people have been shot by rubber bullets, have been tamed, beaten, and everything else, and they've still protest. So I'm
right.
pretty sure that majority of them do understand the risk.
They
Um,
did. They didn't go out prepared to be shot by rubber bullets. If you knew that they would kill you and they would shoot you with rubber bullets, they'll shoot you with real bullets. Why would you go out there without any type of protection? Why
because
would you just go
sometimes,
out there
bro,
willy nilly? Okay.
because sometimes I would rather stand for something than die for nothing. And sometimes I'm willing to risk it all to make the changes in the world that I want. And so certain people see it as it's worth it. I mean, what's the point of living a life if you're in a cage the whole life? What's the point
No,
of being here if you don't want to make a difference? What's the point of waking up tomorrow if you don't want to make an impact on the future, or if you have children and you don't want to leave it in a better place?
it's
So
not a cage. I'm saying the way that they do it, the way that they
the way that
protest, they
who do it?
protest like it's a game. Most of
Why
America, the way they
why do you
protest,
why do you think people think protesting is a game?
I
Why
think
do you feel that way?
the way that they protest
What's
is
the correct way to protest?
as serious as it should be when you're going against somebody that will kill you.
What's the correct way to protest? What would you suggest?
Oh, I don't want the FBI or the CIA trying to get at me. It's a correct way, but I wouldn't
What is the
go into
correct way?
detail. The correct way would be spoken to people in a private setting that you trust.
But that has
It
done
wouldn't
nothing.
be.
Black people have spoken in
No,
private
you're not
situations.
listening to me. You're not listening to me. Look, for me to explain what's the proper way to protest, it would be it would definitely be something that would not be deemed legal when you're dealing with people that will kill you and they want to kill you. You see what I'm saying? You
I
understand? These
understand what you're
people want to
saying.
kill you, so
What
it's
I'm
no use
saying to
of
you,
begging
Sam,
them. There's no
well,
use of
G,
begging them.
what I'm saying to you, G, you don't think that people have had private conversations? You don't think that throughout history and time, people have had backroom conversations that wasn't just on the platform of just marching in the streets about how to make things better?
Hmm. Yeah, of course. But I'm saying that's why it's a waste when they're out in the crowd begging for justice from people that don't, they're trained to not listen to anything the people saying. It's just a
Well, the world
waste of
is listening
time.
now, though. That's
I,
why I disagree. I disagree. I think that this march has been different than any other march because now the world is listening. The world is responding.
the world responded when Martin Luther King marched and got beat up. They
And there was
responded.
differences. Laws. There were certain things that small changes, small victories, which we can't act like there was no victories in it. Are we still fighting the same fight?
Yeah,
Absolutely. But I do think that because of COVID, because of people being forced to sit at home, that there's a difference that's happening.
not really. Not really. It's different ways to go about it. And black people ain't went about it the way that they could go about it. So, and I'm not ready to go about it the way that it should be going about either. I'm just saying, I disagree with
Okay.
the way
Go.
that they go about it with the yelling and marching.
Okay.
They not listening to that.
That,
They're gonna go
I
back to doing what they want to do. That's
gladly
not the
respect your
that's
opinion on that.
not the language that they listen to. Okay,
I
we'll
understand.
pass
Some
the
people
law.
think Malcolm X, where you got to fight fire with fire.
I didn't
But
say that.
I
That's
didn't
not what I
say.
said.
I never said that you said that. Not one time. I said
Okay.
some people think the way, like Malcolm X talked about, that you have to fight with fire with fire. I never said G said anything.
Okay. Well, I'm
All right.
just saying.
So what we're about to do right now, right, is they took a symbol, which is the jersey of Colin Kaepernick, and they used attack dogs. What we're going to compare that to is what happened to me, and the symbol that's supposed to be bigger than an NFL jersey, which is a soldier in uniform wearing the flag. So what you see right here is Officer Benjamin Fields on top of me in my military uniform with the military flag on my shoulder that we're supposed to be sworn to protect. And we're going to watch a video about what not only happened to me, but what happened to a young lady at Spring Valley High School. Quace, you could blow it up for them too so they can see. There we go.
Trying to see if I can get that audio.
So this was just an interview that I did with Jake Tapper. I wrote a book about this situation, and I wrote a film about this situation. It's a short film that'll be released next month. It's called A War on Friendly Grounds. If you go to awaronfriendlygrounds.com, you'll be able to see this, have the audio, even though we're having just a little bit of technical difficulties. Work with us. It's our first time using this platform, so we're just working through the bugs to make it better. But you can see this horrendous act. You can see that it's the same officer who was on top of me, which is the same officer who kept his job, who abused this 16-year-old girl in the classroom like that. It's the same officer that's on top of me in my military uniform. So when we talk about not caring about signs and symbols and things like that, we go from attack dogs going after a Colin Kaepernick jersey to seeing soldiers being killed or soldiers being beaten the same way you saw the officers on top of me in the uniform. So seeing these two images, gentlemen, and seeing the video with Colin Kaepernick, seeing the image of him on top of me in my military uniform, as black men, what do you guys think and how do you feel?
Man, it's just another obvious. Like I said, another obvious difference, man. Like I said, we continue to see it, and like I said, it's insulting. Like I said, there's different response. There's a different response based on the color of your skin, and I feel like we always hear about this old fake narrative, and I call it a fake narrative for a reason. But we hear this fake narrative of folks being scared of black people. And I said, I know that's all a part of the, the agenda, the mindset. Like I said, the narrative that people are putting out there.
Right.
But we get a totally different response, man. Like I said, I see brothers getting choked out. I see brothers with knees in their neck. And then, like you said, we have a guy who goes and pulls a AK-47 out on, on police. And,
You
once
can show that
again,
image again, Corey. Yeah.
yeah, once again, nothing happens to the guy. Or like you said, earlier when we talked about the whole Dylan Roof situation. I mean, this guy goes in and shoots up a church, and it's like you take this dude to get a value meal. So
Hey,
like I said,
Quay, if you get the chance, can you bring that up too? Just the image of Dylan Roof, if you get the chance to find it, just to remind people
yeah,
so they
let
can
me
see
let me
it.
see if I can grab something, man. But yeah, there's just a total difference, man. And like I said, we keep seeing it play out. And then I've even seen law enforcement, man, they run into these situations, where they essentially run into a white person who's committing some type of crime, and that person will have the gun aimed at the police officers, man. It's like they don't do anything to them. Like I said, they literally they just let it fly, man. And like I said, they try to talk them off the ledge. They try to pacify them, and you can literally see it. They'll do their hardest to not affect or afflict any type of pain or any suffering on the person.
Why
But
why do you think that is?
man, because it's different, man. Like I
What,
said,
what, what do you think the difference is when it comes to shooting a black person with no problem and then being shot at by a white person and going through every single measure to make sure that you're able to take this white man in without killing him? What do you think the difference is in the people's lives?
man, just from my
Quasi,
perspective,
then G.
yeah, just from my perspective, man. Like I said, I tie it all back to they stick together and they protect their own. And that's what I see. Like I said, they always protect their own. I said that's one thing that we have to realize, man. And which is why I always say, as black folks, we got to stick together. A lot of these other races, man, they stick together regardless if they like each other, regardless if they wrong or right. Like they stick together.
Mm.
Yeah, they unify, even though it may not be for the right cause or it may not be right morally.
I should
They
say walk
unify.
Oreo.
But us, man, it's a
Actually,
totally
walk Oreo.
it's a totally different response with us, man. Like I said,
I'll go.
we don't unify. We ready to crucify each other. We ready to
Facts.
throw each other out with the trash. I mean, we can look at what's going on with the whole Nick Cannon situation right now. Like I said, we be quick to throw our people out, man. But like I said, they don't do that. And like I said, they
And
took this
shout
back.
out to that amazing brother. Shout out to Nick Cannon for all the things that he's doing, for the platforms that he's using, for using his voice. We want to let you know, Nick, we love you. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for just, first of all, what you've done throughout your years, your platform, using your voice, the poetry, and just taking a stand, man. It's beautiful. We love you.
No, for sure. But yeah, no, we be ready to throw them out. But G, what you thinking on that one, man? What you think about these differences, man?
Oh, the differences is because white people know for a fact they enslaved us. They never wanted us free. And instead of us being free, they'd rather we be dead. So when they get a chance to kill a black person, they don't hesitate to kill a black person. It's no, oh, I got a black friend. When they get a chance to kill a black person, they gonna take that, man. Well, especially the ones in the position to kill a black person. The ones that take that job to be a cop and they get around black people, never be around black people anyway. Growing up, they didn't grow around black people. They really not their friends. Went to a white high school. They can't wait to kill a black person. Any excuse. Or Mexican, although they will accept a Mexican to be with them killing a black person because they will like to claim them as white because it gives them higher numbers. And if they can prove they're just as racist against black people, it's okay. It's a plus. But they still don't like them. That's sidetrack. But anyway, they'll take any opportunity they can to kill a black person. The ones that's die hard, that's living by the code, usually it's going to be a cop, somebody in some kind of power. But they do it on the street too. Your neighbor could be a white person, right? You might think they cool, but the first chance they get, if they had a chance to kill a black person, they'd do it. They never wanted us free, dude. They didn't even want us in a restaurant eating. They didn't
I
want
have to
us
disagree with you, G.
They didn't listen, dude. Oh, so they wanted us sitting next to them at the
I have
store,
to
at the
disagree with you.
restaurant. They
I
wanted
won't.
us. They wanted us
This,
in the front of the restaurant getting the
if you
order. They
let me know when. Let me know when I can answer.
because I'm not through. I'm not through. We
Go
annoy
ahead.
we annoy them. We're a nuisance to them. We're roaches to them. When they get a chance to get us out the way, that's why Trump doesn't do anything about COVID, because he believes it affects liberal states where more black people stay, and he thinks it kills more black people. So he wouldn't tell you to protect yourself from it because he thinks it's killing black people at a higher rate than white people. And I'll leave it at that. They really never wanted us to be free, for one. And if they get a chance to kill a black person, they'll take that opportunity.
Okay. I think that certain points that you make, I think you have some truth to it. I will not categorize all white people to feel that way.
Majority. The majority of white people.
Let me know when you finish. Go ahead and go.
Oh no, I was just saying I say the majority. Because
Okay.
I was just speaking in general. In general, they'll kill you, but I just say the majority, a high percentage, over 50%.
Well, I disagree in certain areas because you had a lot of white folks again who hid black people in their home and got called nigger lover. You had a lot of white people that has stepped up to the plate, that has made a difference, and that has used their platform to do the right thing. I'm not sitting here acting like what you're saying isn't true. Do white people take this shot to kill us? I mean, it's evident. There's proof. We don't have to argue the proof. I just don't want people to try to manipulate something to make it seem like it's being said as if all white people are that way. You know what I mean?
The
Or
majority. I say the majority.
I respect your opinion.
Yeah, I take that lick on that. I believe it. 100%. The majority.
I think we're clear that you said majority. I think we're solid.
Yeah, Zimmer that killed Trayvon, he couldn't wait to get that opportunity. People love to say, "Oh, he's Latino," but he's half white, and he calls himself a white person. He was only Latino for court purposes, to not appear racist when we know it's a high percentage of them that don't like black people. So let's just keep that real. He took the opportunity. He couldn't wait to kill a black person. Yeah. They can't wait for that opportunity. I'm telling you, they love it. It's a high majority of them just stalking, waiting for the right time. That's why they jump in black people business. They want you to get amped up so they can have an excuse to do something. I'm not scared of black people at all.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh no, that's it.
Quace, would you like to go?
No, man, I'm over here enjoying this right now, man. No, I do want to touch on something. So that point you made about Zimmerman, man, I do have to kind of agree with you on that, man, because as I remember, the cops told my man to fall back. Yeah, they told Zimmerman to stand down, and my man was he was hell bent on going after Trayvon and doing what he did. Then tried to play like Trayvon beat him up or whatever he tried to say. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling you on that a little bit, man. Cause they did tell him to stand down, man, and he sure went after Trayvon, and of course Trayvon ends up shot. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out, man, what is it really, man? Are we talking like, are you
it's getting the title? There's a difference.
But I'm like, are we getting some? Is it satisfaction? Like, what are you getting out of basically? Because to me, I look at it like hunting. Me and my pops talk about it all the time, and I'm like, a lot of these racist cats, they out here hunting, man. Like that's literally what it feels like.
Yeah.
The Purge.
I think it's it's a hunt.
Make America great again.
Some of them get a kick out of it.
Maybe I put Go ahead, go ahead, G.
No, you could. I was gonna say maybe I put the percentage too high, but it's a high percentage, man. That's what they love to do. Like he said, the hunt. Them fools can't wait, man. That dude, he seen his opportunity and he had to take it. He couldn't wait. He like, I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna get me one. That's why that gun that killed Trayvon sold for so much money, man. They love it. It's like a 10-point buck. You gotta watch where you at sometimes. Can't get caught slipping somewhere. You can't be somewhere you're not supposed to be because they get the opportunity there, they'll take it.
America can be an ugly place for sure.
I mean, it's like that with crazy black people too. You can't be in the wrong place in the hood. You might run into a serial killer. But I'm saying when it comes to race, yeah, it's a lot of them can't wait. You don't want to be on the wrong road, broke down on the wrong side of town, and run into the wrong white people. You know, all of them ain't bad, but you know what I'm saying. It's real dangerous. Yeah.
Hey, Los,
No?
we coming up on that 12:30, man.
Okay. People said I appreciate you sending this over, but I couldn't open it. So some people are having issues with opening StreamYard, so we're gonna have to work on it.
Okay, yeah, I'm working with Kayshala. She was talking about is blocking the camera on her browser, so I'm gonna try to work with her. We'll do some tests to figure that piece out, man. But
Tell
I
her
said,
go into the. Oh, it's a
Go ahead.
little lock symbol where you type in your URL,
Okay.
but she don't have to type in the URL. But it's a little lock symbol right there. She could tap on that and check her settings for the camera. So, I don't know. Y'all might have to do a video on showing them how to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little something, man, just to get folks familiar with it. Like I said, this is our new platform, so we want folks to be able to, the easy use to be easy, man, and make it, a simple process to get into the lives. So yeah, we're gonna do a little, overview, man, so folks know exactly what they need to do to get on, man. How hard was it for you, man, or was it hard?
Oh, it wasn't hard. I didn't want to actually show my regular face, so
Well, I will
I was
say
trying
this.
to make I was trying to make any excuse to not get on here. I was all that Los wrote me, and I'm like, no, man, it's kind of late. I wished I would have, man, I just said I'd come in. Then I had a eureka moment. I say, oh, I got my mask. I used to do videos with this mask, so it's not a joke. I talk serious with it on. It's when you don't feel like I didn't shave. I don't, I'm sitting around in the house. It's COVID season,
I understand.
I say I'll bring the mask back out.
Let's do the clap.
Yeah.
So you say you ain't getting on video unless you clean with it.
Right, exactly. But I used to do little videos with this mask on, so I'll be serious with it on. It's not a joke,
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
we definitely want to thank you. Go
It
ahead,
probably
sir.
will peak. Oh, I was gonna say it piques interest too, though. It'll get people like, what's going on? Who is with that? You know what I'm saying? This guy talking about, but I'm serious about it when I got it on. I'm serious. Not
No,
joking.
we understand, man. No, like Los was about to say. No, we appreciate you coming on the show, man, giving your input, giving your thoughts, man. Like I said, definitely tap in with us on the next one, man. I think the next topic. Yeah, you probably want to be a part of that one, man, because I can tell you'll go in. So yeah, next topic, yeah, you need to come check us out, man.
Yeah, I'll check y'all out because it'll be another point of view. Because you can't have everybody agreeing. Let me come through, Los. I disagree with both y'all all
You're
the
more than
time on
welcome.
anything. Yeah, y'all, you don't like skinny jeans? I'm putting them on. You gotta keep it lit.
Hey, I don't like skinny jeans, right?
And I'll wear them. I got some skinny jeans. I'll put them on. I don't.
Los, get your boy, Los. Get your boy, man.
They don't even look right. I'll put them on. I'm trying to be in style. Yeah.
No, we appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll catch you on the next one, man. Make sure you tune in.
Oh yeah,
And bring a friend.
Yeah,
or
for
your
sure.
brother.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the people on here, dude. Because I almost didn't come. I think they scared of being on this camera. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
like,
so.
man, I was sitting up in here. I got a whole beard, man. It's like crazy.
But
And I be shaving mine off.
you don't have the ability to cut your to just disable your camera in the live?
But yeah, I could. I want to be on it though.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, especially with the mask. It make y'all show look kind of lit. It's like
This guy.
you gotta have a wild card.
No, I understand, man. No, we appreciate it, man.
Thank you. We appreciate you, cousin.
Love you, Los. Yeah, I said
love
it.
you back.
Say I
What
love
you mean?
my
I said I love you back.
Yeah, that's right. Love.
All
right, take it easy, man. All right, Los, go ahead, man. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to close us out, man.
First and foremost, we want to give a special shout out to our sponsors. So, Quasi, give out the shout out to our amazing sponsors.
Yeah, we have our amazing sponsor once again, Two Sons Juice Company. Website is
Put it in the camera. There you go.
There we go. www.2sons, the number 2 SONS juice JUICE and then co.com. So 2sonsjuiceco.com, based in Metro Detroit, serving Metro Detroit. Man, nothing but the best cold pressed juice, no preservatives, no chemicals, no processes, no water, no nothing. Just pure fruit, cold pressed, bottled, and that's what we do. So yeah, definitely shout out to our sponsors. We appreciate them. And yeah, Los, go ahead and close us out, man. Close us out.
Well, I want to shout out my book, A War on Friendly Grounds. Make sure y'all cop that. You can go on waronfriendlygrounds.com and it'll show you all the information that you need to know about the book or about the whole situation. Make sure you check out waronfriendlygrounds.com on YouTube. You can see the trailer for the film that's about to hit a film festival near you. And, you know, I want to do the closing words of the show. First and foremost, thank you guys for listening and taking the time to listen. Thank you for taking the time just to sit back and just be open. Look, we know we can't change no one. But if we can just get you to look in the mirror, which is the logo of our show, we can just get you to do that for a moment and question your own ethics, your own morals, who you are, and what you got going in your life, then we made a difference. And that's all we want to do. So for the quote of the day, this is the website right here. Appreciate it, Quace. It's waronfriendlygrounds.com. How naive I was to think the country I protected would protect me. I want to give a special shout out to Miss Ashley, who is so freaking amazing, beautiful woman in my life, who created this website. You can order the book. If you go on YouTube and you type in The War on Friendly Grounds, the trailer for the film will come up. Appreciate that, Quace. We always want to end the show with a positive word, right? And so the positive word of the day, quote of the day, is written by yours truly. And it says, if you died today, would you get an A+ on life's report card? And only you know the answer to that question. But if not, and you're blessed to see tomorrow, you better live like it's extra credit. Because tomorrow's not promised. We're all 6 feet from separation from loving each other. But it just seems like we're addicted to poison. So what will you do to become the change that you want to see in the future? We don't have to wait on a great leader. Look in the mirror and be great yourself. We want to thank you for tuning in to our show, Look in the Mirror, live action talk show. We will be coming with further instructions on how to get on StreamYard by the amazing Quace Price. We will do a video about it. We'll get everyone over here on this platform. I mean, we're leveling up. We just want to make the show bigger and better, more presentable. We want to have more videos. We want it to be more clean. We want it to be more fluent for the audience. So that way we all can grow together. We're a family. And we're starting our own community about just some thought-provoking thoughts and having positive controversy. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Look in the Mirror, live action talk show. Kwesi Price is your host, and King Jaquel Martin is your other host. We love you guys.
All right, appreciate it, everybody. Take it easy.
Love.